Gucci, see me loopy. I can let a nigga shoot me, I'm in a two-seat. And before I speak about it, rather grab it loosely. Dirty crib, but a dip if I'm in a hoopty.
What's good, YouTube, man? It's your boy Lord 7th, and today we have a very interesting topic alongside a special guest, Baara B. So in this video, we'll be explaining how Sarada will obtain the Mangekyou Sharingan and the moments leading up to that point. But before we continue, let's get this video to 300 likes within the next 2 hours. So that being said, let's begin. First things first, we need to understand where the Mangekyou Sharingan was inspired from for Kishimoto to design and write it in this manner. Essentially similar to the other Mangekyou Sharingan abilities, all were inspired by Japanese mythology. Susanoo is the wild god of sea and storms, brother to Amaterasu and Tsukuyomi. These were the abilities that Itachi used throughout the entire series of Naruto. And Susanoo is also the son of Izanagi. Izanagi fled from Yomi where he had gone to retrieve his wife. After blocking the entrance to prevent her escape, Izanagi went to a nearby hot spring and cleansed himself of Yomi's pollution. It was during this cleansing ritual that Izanagi accidentally gave birth to 3 new and powerful kami, Amaterasu, Tsukuyomi, and Susanoo. Izanagi set these 3 gods at the head of the heavenly government and selected Susanoo as his guardian. Susanoo inherited Izanagi's sword, Tatsuka, which he used to kill his newborn child, Kakazuchi, after his birth, burning his mother Izanami to death. Susanoo redeemed himself when he used the Tatsuka blade he inherited to slaughter the snake Yamata no Yuruchi, and obtained the sword of Kusanagi from the monster's dead body.
Alright, so I already know there's a bunch of theories surrounding how Sarada can possibly, unlock her Mangekyou Sharingan. So because of that, I'm going to go outside of the box just a tad bit. Now, the first one I'm going to say is going to be my dream scenario, that I'm going to give a little bit more realistic scenario in a few. Now, the first one has to be Sarada unlocks her Mangekyou Sharingan while fighting against Boruto. Now, this right here will be an interesting one. A couple of days ago, somebody asked me if I thought there'd possibly be like a final battle, similar to how, Sasuke fought against Naruto at the end of part 1. I personally do not think that's going to happen in the series of Boruto, but my dream scenario would probably be Boruto actually does fight against Sarada. Now, this right here would probably be set up by Boruto potentially trying to go rogue, and of course Sarada actually trying to save Boruto. It's like a flip-flop of how Naruto was actually trying to save Sasuke. But in this particular situation, Sarada will unlock her Mangekyou Sharingan because she sees that Boruto is actually trying to kill her. And of course, I think it would probably come down to an absolute near-death moment where Boruto is like literally on the cusp of killing Sarada. I think at that particular point, she'd then be under the amount of stress to actually unlock her Mangekyou Sharingan. But another real quick thing, I think in this particular situation, it'll be very good if Sarada's Mangekyou Sharingan abilities is the thing that actually counters Boruto's attack. Again, in this particular situation, hypothetically, Boruto would actually be attacking Sarada with the intent to kill, because obviously he wants to leave the Hidden Leaf Village, potentially to protect the Hidden Leaf Village, because he'd obviously be turning into Momoshiki. That's a whole theory for another video. Sarada would then block that ability with her Mangekyou Sharingan ability. Now, specifically what her abilities are, I have absolutely no idea, but I really got the scenario from when Obito himself unlocked his Mangekyou Sharingan. If you guys do remember, when Obito unlocks his Mangekyou Sharingan, he actually saw Kakashi killing Rin, and after that, he went absolutely ballistic, and one of the things that was on full display was his Mangekyou Sharingan ability. Now, hypothetically, if this right here was a situation with Sarada and Boruto, I personally believe that Boruto would probably just escape when he understands that Sarada now has unlocked the Mangekyou Sharingan, and she wouldn't be as easy to kill. Obviously, Boruto would have the upper hand because he has the Karma Seal, potentially even the stage 2 of the Karma Seal in the future, but at this particular point, when he sees that Sarada has a Mangekyou Sharingan and he doesn't really know the abilities of her Mangekyou Sharingan, he'd probably dip. But that right there is just the dream scenario. Now, the more realistic scenario, in my personal opinion, would have to be Sarada eventually killing Sumire. Now, Sumire is a very interesting character. One of the things that intrigued me about Sumire is the fact that she's been getting a lot of manga screen time, or page time if you want to call it that, and I personally believe it's definitely for a reason. Now, specifically what the reason is, I think there's multiple reasons. For example, Sumire is one of the main things that actually did trigger Boruto's Jogan, so obviously that right there's a possibility in the future as well. Not only that, she's getting first-hand knowledge from Amato about how to actually build scientific technology and also how to build actual cyborgs, clones, etc. A bunch of things that could possibly be very useful in the future of the series of Boruto. But because she is so close to Amato, and because we already know that she wants tried to go against the Hidden Leaf Village, it wouldn't be out of the realm of possibility if the Hidden Leaf Village, right or wrong, thinks that Susanoo along with Amato is conspiring against the Hidden Leaf Village. We know for a fact Amato right now is extremely suspicious, and of course it wouldn't take too much for people to put 2 and 2 together, like, hey, Susanoo has been spending a lot of time with Amato, and of course she already tried to attack the Hidden Leaf Village. This right here can set up a potential battle between Sarada and Susanoo. First things first, I think this right here would definitely be a very good fight, especially if Susanoo would actually modify herself a tiny bit with some scientific technology and put herself on the level of a Sarada. But not only that, for this to be the trauma to actually unlock Sarada's Mangekyou Sharingan, I think they'd have to build a stronger relationship. At this particular time, we know that they're friends, we know that they grew up together, they've been academy students with each other, but as of right now, it doesn't really seem like they're completely best of friends, but that bond can definitely grow. And again, one of the reasons why I think that this bond can definitely grow is because Susanoo, unlike the other side characters in Boruto, has been getting a lot of screen or page time in the Boruto manga, so 100% not ruling that out at all.
When an Uchiha who has known love then loses that deep love, it is replaced by an even stronger hate that changes them. And that's when a certain special condition emerges. When a Uchiha arrives in agony over the loss of a great love or disappointment in himself, a unique chakra gets released inside his or her brain and reacts with the optic nerves, and changes appear in that person's eyes. This is the phenomenon called the Sharingan, the eyes that reflect the heart. When the Sage of Six Paths was on the verge of death, he was left to choose between his 2 sons on who would carry his legacy. Indra believed that peace could only be achieved through power, whereas Ashura Otsutsuki believed that peace could only be achieved through love. Many Uchihas do display the curse of hatred at some point in their lives. Some are able to cut across their clan's narrow perception, such as Itachi, Kagami, and Sarada Uchiha all live by the will of fire instead. In spite of Naruto, Ashura's reincarnation was able to redeem his best friend and purge the curse of hatred from Sasuke completely. Sasuke uses free will to break free of the curse by accepting Naruto's friendship and by helping him continue the will of fire by becoming the Shadow Hokage. How does one awaken the Mangekyou Sharingan? It's stated that in order to obtain the Mangekyou Sharingan, you must go through great trauma. Just witnessing the death of someone who is close to you, or if it was by your own 2 hands, you will still be able to unlock the Mangekyou Sharingan. This is shown by Obito, who only witnessed the death of Rin, and he was still able to obtain his power. One can also take the eye from Uchiha and implant it to themselves, which is exactly what Kakashi and Sasuke did. Do I think Sarada will get the Mangekyou Sharingan by taking it from Sasuke? No, I believe Sarada will obtain his power by breaking the cycle of hatred. Since Sarada awakened her Sharingan while just thinking of meeting her father, is absolutely crazy. Sarada is the first and only Uchiha known to awaken her Sharingan through love, so it's very possible that her Mangekyou Sharingan will be the first to manifest without losing a close one. Or Sasuke could simply put Sarada under the Tsukuyomi, where she kills versions of Boruto and Mitsuki, causing her to awaken the Mangekyou Sharingan without physically having to hurt her loved ones. But that'd be pretty messed up for Sasuke to torture his own child just so they can get stronger. And actually, after reading that out loud, it doesn't sound as bad. He's training Sarada to be able to protect herself against these powerful villains. And Sarada has the most potential of being one of the most broken characters in the entire series of Boruto. First, the 100 healing jutsu. This will play a huge role in Sarada not going blind due to the Mangekyou Sharingan abilities. This is already an overpowered jutsu. It is the sole reason Sakura was even able to touch the Ten Tails clones, and the reason Tsunade was able to punch Madara Susanoo hard enough to break it. Needless to say, this is a Kage level jutsu on its own. Lastly, the best part about having the 100 healings means she doesn't have to get the eternal Mangekyou Sharingan. There are only 2 differences between the EMS and MS. They are how often you can use the abilities without backlash and how long you can stay blind after using the Sharingan. 100 healings handles both of those problems. It gives you immense levels of pent-up chakra, allowing you to use the abilities more often, and heals you to a greater extent than Naruto's one-tail mode did. Sarada will have a Susanoo if she gets the Mangekyou Sharingan, obviously, and since Susanoo seems to manifest uniquely to the user, hers will probably be incredibly physically strong. An example of the previous statement would be Itachi's Totsuka blade. Since he was so cold with Genjutsu, his Susanoo had a sword that trapped people in an infinite dreamlike state. Or another example is Sasuke Susanoo. By developing Kakuzuchi flame control, this was unique to him. And the last example I will state is Obito Kakashi Susanoo developing Kamui Shuriken. This was most likely the weapon it manifested, since the jutsu was the pinnacle of both of their arsenals of jutsu. Now, if a full-body Susanoo could take a hit from Kurama's chakra avatar, who was able to beat the snot out of the other tailed beast, how strong would the same Susanoo be if you gave it the 100 healing jutsu? Insanely broken. But we're not done yet. Now, this hasn't been confirmed, but seems to be true. Hashirama's cells healed Madara's Izanagi. I say this because the Izanagi is technically damage done to the eye, and Madara had Hashirama's cells at the time of his death. But when he was revived, he had both the Mangekyou Sharingans. This is weird because the second Raikage didn't have his scar healed when he was revived with Edo Tensei, and Nagato still suffered from chakra depletion until he stole some from Naruto and B. Now, the 100 healing seems to heal the user just as much as Hashirama's cells do, if not more. So if this is true, then theoretically she could spam the Izanagi and Izanami while she has the 100 healing jutsu activated. For these combined reasons, I think Sarada will surpass Sasuke. As Kakashi once said, the next generation will always surpass the previous one. And that will be the end of the video. If y'all want more videos with Baara B, get this video to 300 likes, and his channel will be down in the description. Also, comment down below on how y'all think Sarada will awaken the Mangekyou Sharingan. It's your boy Lord 7, and we out.